Hey guys! So today was a very emotional and rough day for me. For those of you who don't know, I'm in LPN school, fast-paced. It's supposed to be 14 months, but I've had to take a break and blah blah blah. But yeah, so I'm an endocrine, which is hormones, all that good stuff. We learned about reproductive, we learned about immune system, hypertension, PVD, blood clots. So a week or two ago, at the beginning of the mod, we took our first test on hypertension and PVD and DVTs, and I bombed it. I got a 64. So today our case study was due, and we also had to take our endocrine test. So that's about all the hormones, growth hormone, antidiuretic hormone, ACTH, all that good stuff. So throughout the week, during class, we would quiz each other, make study cards, like flashcards, make up quizzes, do all that good stuff. And then during clinical, in between coming in and out of patients' rooms, we're quizzing each other in the hallway. At lunch, we're quizzing each other. And everyone felt like they knew the material. So first thing this morning, we take the endocrine test. Everybody fails it except for 3 people, and one of those 3 barely passed with an 80. And I got a 69. We're at midterm, and still up until this point, there's no grades put into the program that my school uses to put your grades into. So no one knew where they stood at this point. In between all these tests, we've taken multiple quizzes, and we've done Lippincott, Kaplan, and Saunders questions to turn in for like easy A homework grades. None of those are in either. So basically everyone figured it out, and we're like, hey, we got to figure out our own averages. So you take your first test, which I got a 64. You take your second test, which I got a 69. Add them, divide them by 2. My class average right now is a 66.33. You have to have an 80 to pass the class, and we're at midterm. And the whole class's strategy is, okay, if everyone's failing except like 2 or 3 people, there's one common denominator here, and it's not the class. It's you. I study, I make flashcards, I read the chapters and make my own notes, I highlight in the book, I write in the book, quiz each other, make flashcards. Like, we're doing everything we can to pass this lady's class, and only 2 or 3 people are passing. So something's wrong there. And in my separate vlog, when I vlog about the class I'm taking, that I record every day after clinical and class, I mention that, they've gone above. They've gone to talk to the DON of the school, and she pretty much sides with the teacher instead of listening and solving our problem. It's how she teaches. She doesn't use a PowerPoint. She tells us not to read the book, but then when she lectures and asks, didn't you read this in your book? And we say, no, because you told us not to read the book. What book do you want us to read if you don't want us to read the textbook that has been given to us by the damn school? What do you want? And then the slides that are on the program that my school uses, easy access, anyone in the school can look at them. You read them. It's basically just the outline of the chapter, and it'll say like hyperparathyroidism, and then it'll say definition, etiology, key terms, meaning, oh, you got to go in the book and look up the etiology, key terms, definitions, diseases with it, and all that. It doesn't go into detail in the PowerPoint, so that's useless. So today after the test, we started presenting case studies, and we got through, I think, 3 or 4 people, and then we broke for lunch. So during the lunch break, I went to her office with a friend in class who was also thinking about dropping, and we knocked on her door, and she came out because we wanted to talk to her. And I basically said how I felt at that point, and I was like, I need to know how many points will be taken off if I just turn my case study in as is and don't present and go home right now, because I need to reevaluate my life situation right now. I'm failing your class. I don't know how to pass your class. I'm studying with friends. I'm making flashcards. I'm writing my own notes, blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, you'll lose 15 points for not presenting, and then I'll deduct, whatever else I feel is wrong on your case study will be deducted as well. So immediately I'll get an 85 or less. I'm failing at this point anyways. Why should I care? So I left. I came home. And I've been contemplating. I have my next clinical rotation tomorrow at another nursing home. And then Kaplan, pharmacology, Kaplan is on Thursday, which is 20% of our grade. We don't really have a lot of study time for Kaplan because we're busy studying and trying to learn endocrine. So I'm debating, do I want to suck it up and ride out the rest of this term even though I'm failing and I'm going to fail regardless and go to clinical tomorrow, take the Kaplan Thursday? Or do I want to go ahead and just drop because I'm going to have to pay for this class regardless if I pass or fail since it's past the withdrawal period with no penalty? Do I want to just stop going and start working full time until the next mod rolls around, which is July, and then start fresh, try and deal with this teacher? Or if there's night openings, I could always switch back to nights, work full time Monday through Friday, and catch up financially and go to clinical Saturday, Sunday. The only issue I have with that is that's what I started doing from the get-go. January of last year when I started the program, I had no time for my boyfriend, for myself, for my family, to hear my own thoughts. I mean, I was just so busy. And I understand that nursing school is important. It's going to consume your life regardless if you're a day or night student. But I have a life. Like, I have bills I have to pay. I have a boyfriend that I want to love and share my love with. I have family I love and want to do family functions with. I don't know if I want to continue. I'm heartbroken because I had to make the decision today to just walk out of class pretty much and debate, okay, do I continue because I'm 93 days away from graduating if I pass this class, or do I just ride it out, fail, and then come back and start all over and have my graduation date pushed to September? I'm at a loss. I'm very disheartened right now and disappointed in myself because I'm trying so hard to continue and graduate and work as an LPN after I pass NCLEX hopefully on the first try. But at the same time, giving my all into a class like this and then still failing the tests and quizzes, it just drains me. I'm emotionally drained. I have no life. My bills are piling up. My boyfriend's deployed. I don't have friends besides at school. I eat cheese and crackers or toast for dinner most nights. Like, the time I've wasted failing this class, I could have been working. But now I know how this teacher works. I should suck it up and continue. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I'm just at a loss. I'm drained. I don't know what I want to do. And I just don't know. I'm depressed, and I'm sad that I had to come to that conclusion today. And when I went to her to talk about it, she wasn't really asking like, well, what are your study methods? Is there a problem with the way I'm teaching? How do you learn? Are you an auditory learner, visual, kinesthetic? What kind of learner are you? She wasn't really into it. I mean, I know it was her lunch break and she was probably like, I want to eat. Why are you talking to me? But if you're teaching me and I'm paying all this money, I feel like if it was just me failing, that's me. But your whole class, besides 2 or 3 people, are failing. You're the common denominator. And we don't come directly to you because we feel like you're just gonna rant at us because that's all you do. She constantly says, you should have learned this back in 202 or 101 or 208, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't help me. Not every teacher has been so extensive like you to teach us everything in those chapters. Most teachers up until this point that we've had have taught us everything we need to know for that subject matter and to pass their tests, and then we move on. It's that simple. And I feel like because my school gets RNs to teach LPNs, the RN instructors teach LPNs more than what they need to know for right now for their skill set and mindset. Because most of the things we do at the hospital, especially in my area, we would never be able to do. LPNs can't even work in hospitals where I live. They're primarily at doctor's offices or do home health. So having us do clinical there instead of doctor's offices where we're primarily going to end up, or in a nursing home, or, home health, that's kind of ridiculous. But I left class early. I'm getting ready to take a nap, hopefully wake up in a better mood, and really start debating if I want to continue. If not, I love my classmates. We're like a big family. I don't want to leave them, but at the same time, I don't want to waste my time going to a class that I'm failing. That's just the bottom line. I'm very disappointed. I'm very sad, but life happens. Everything happens for a reason, so maybe this is just my time to take a break. Maybe it's just my time to try to learn different ways to study and learn endocrine, because hormones are no joke. But maybe it's just a teacher, like everybody thinks it is. I don't know. But I just wanted to rant and get that off my chest because it's very disheartening and it upsets me, and I'm trying not to cry. But I'm going to take a nap. I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday.